good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. I advise and empower women professionals, especially women veterans, to step up into their most authentic personal brand to attract and gain lucrative opportunities. And we are focusing on 4 areas, y'all. We are focusing on our appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and our digital presence, which I call the ABCDs, because when I have gone through this process of personal branding, I have seen the opportunities are endless. All right. And I know most of us are in stages of our life where we're looking for something new. We're looking for a transition. And we're like, what are we going to do in this next chapter? Well, while everyone else was doing something for a very long time, as we were, now we're stepping into these new opportunities. We're accelerating our success. So we are looking at our mindset, right? We're looking at how we're empowering ourselves to get to that next level us, whatever that is. So I invite you to come on in. Let me know where you're streaming in from. Give us your names. I can give you a proper shout out. We've got Leslie in the building. Hi, madam. How are you? How's everything going? I hope that you're feeling well, doing well, and all the things. So thank you for being here with me live this morning, because you could have been anywhere else, madam, but you decided, hey, you want to hang out and spend some time with me this morning, and you are all well. And thank you for tuning in on the YouTube side of this show. All right. So this show is live stream, y'all, on LinkedIn. Hey, LinkedIn. All right. On Facebook. Hi, which is my family, my friends, and then on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to the Slay to Success YouTube channel, I invite you to do that today. So all you need to do is either put in Rochelle Hemingway or Slay to Success, and you will see there is a lot of videos over there on the YouTube channel. So not only do I have the Rise and Slay Morning Show, which I have scheduled to come on here Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but with AJ's basketball here, there, and everywhere, sometimes I will have to move. But I was mad rushed to be in here this morning because he had basketball practice starting at 7 o'clock. Then I also have another show on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I bring in a guest, and it's called the Slay to Success Talk Show. So you can find me on those 2 different channels or shows, if you will, where I am speaking about, leadership, mindset, personal branding, wellness, and even some business acumen. But here on this show, on the Rise and Slay Morning Show, we are talking about you. YOU. And how am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this in a number of different ways. If you are following me, I'm a professional keynote speaker. I'm a personal brand expert, certified image consultant, an author of now 5 different books. Okay. So if you're looking for self-improvement, personal development, and you need a resource, go to Amazon. All right. And put in my name or Slay to Success, and you will see several resources there that you can invest in, and you can start in on your personal journey. And also, I'm a United States Air Force veteran, and I spent 30 years of service in the Air Force, gaining a lot of skills, expertise, experiences, you name it, y'all. Okay. I've been there, done that, and got about 10 t-shirts. So now in this next chapter, I'm bringing all of that. I packaged it up very well. And now I am in this space where I am helping more women and a few good men to elevate, all right, their image, their presence, because when you feel good, you look good, you do good. Okay. That is what we are doing. Thank you, madam. Oh my goodness. It has been a journey for sure. As you know, we started out, a few years back, and I had just published my first book, and now I'm on number 5. And this number 5 has actually gotten to the bestseller. But I was one of 27 other authors, and we talk about business and what goes into developing a business and what are some of the challenges in business. How has my mindset has significantly changed from where I used to be in service and now as a entrepreneur. And so that's what I share in the last book that I was a part of. So thank you so much, Madame, for that. I'm really excited. I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish, and I'm absolutely in this to win it. Okay, so this is winning season. I am feeling good, y'all. I did my workout this morning, and it was hard, but guess what? When I challenge myself on a regular basis, okay, when I challenge myself, that is now translatable into what I am doing in this next chapter. So next month, I will be 53 years old. And I feel like this is the best part of life where I can continue to provide service in my own unique way. So, what are we going to be talking about this morning? All right. We're going to be talking about your personal brand and whether it's built to last. Now, all of this is the foundational from what I'm speaking from is from the SLAY. Okay, the SLAY framework. SLAY means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym that stands for Universal Life and Leadership Philosophies that really resonate with me, and hopefully they resonate with you too. And that is stay ready to be ready, lead out loud, a sense of community, and knowing you are built to last. So, because that why is you are built to last, we're going to now talk about this personal brand built to last. And what I'm going to share, y'all, is I know some of y'all are on the Facebook side, so I'm just making sure that there's no comments on the Facebook side. And if they are, Facebook is not trying to let me be great today. But I can see y'all. Okay. So if you have a comment, go ahead and share. And then I'll look on my phone here. And if I can't see it here on my phone, as soon as I get done with this, I'll make sure that I provide the responses to your feedback. So over this past weekend, all right, I had an opportunity to fly back with my mom. She is from Westfield, Indiana. So she was here in Maryland with us for a week. And then we all flew back for 4th of July. And then my aunt and uncle had their 50th wedding anniversary party. What do you call it? Like shingding. It was absolutely beautiful. They had a fireworks barbecue event at my cousin's house, and then the next night we went to their wedding anniversary. We were at a banquet hall. We got dressed up. It was absolutely amazing. Okay, so before we went to the banquet, my mom was like, "Hey, let's go to Garrett, Indiana." Now, Garrett, Indiana is about 10 minutes away from Auburn, Indiana, where the event was being held. So during the day, we said, okay, let's, take a little stroll. And guess what? AJ has not seen the Garrett, Indiana. Like me and Dominique have seen Garrett, Indiana. We understand where our mom has been raised in the town and so forth and so on. But, my sister was with us, her fiance, our son. So we said, okay, let's go around Garrett, Indiana and kind of see the life that my mom had lived. So she showed us the high school that she went to. We went to the library. We went to, where else did we go? She was going to show us, where the theater, but they had a market event going on, so we couldn't get down some of the streets. So we said, okay, let's go by your house, Mom. Okay, let's go see and check this out. Now, my mom thought that the house was already bulldozed down. All right, it has been years since she has been at that house. And I remember as a young girl, we would go to Garrett, Indiana, go visit my grandfather, my aunt, my cousins, and it was a dirt road. Okay. Now, my grandmother passed away tragically from a trash fire. So she ended up catching, third and fourth degree burns. And unfortunately, she passed away, I think, when I was about 2 years old. All right. So I never had an opportunity to meet her and to know her, but my mom has shared stories about her over the years. So it was really my grandfather who I really got to learn more about. And as we were going down the dirt road, on the corner, on the very, beginning of the street, is where my mom's grandmother and her grandfather lived. And that house has been torn down. And like it's no longer there. But as we were going down, I started to see that the house was still there. And my mom could not believe it, y'all. I couldn't believe it. Okay. It's boarded up, of course. It's a very small home. It's 900 square feet. And she has told us, many times over about, my aunts and my uncle and my grandfather living in that home and how small it was and how, difficult and challenging it was as a young girl to live in that particular home. And I could remember my grandfather, he smoked pipes. And so he would be packing his pipe with tobacco. He had his favorite recliner chair that he used to sit in. It was very familiar. We understood that home life, like, and understanding that house was still there. That house was still standing, y'all. And I was like, what? Wait till I get on to the Rise and Slay morning show and tell y'all, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Now, let me just just explore this just for a minute, all right? Yes, Leslie, best-selling author, yes. And I'm excited about that. Okay. I'm absolutely excited about where that could take, me and the rest of the entrepreneurs. So yes, Queen. I'm really like in my element and I'm loving every bit of it. So this little town where she grew up is where memories were made for her. This is where values were formed, and this was where legacy was born. Now, again, my mom hasn't been back there in years, and she had no idea that the house that she grew up in was even still standing. And again, you see it in the picture I posted on Facebook, I posted on LinkedIn. This is a very small house. Okay. There was hardly anyone coming down the street. Now they had a FedEx guy who was delivering packages to the next door neighbor. But other than that, very quiet. But my mom said, face said it all. There was tears flowing, y'all. It's very emotional. She is just thankful for, where she is at right now compared to where she was at then. My mom is 73 years old. So that house is, I don't know, y'all. It probably well over 60, 70 years that it's been standing. And it was built to last. It was built to last. It was still there. Okay. And I want us just to make sure that we understand the foundation of our personal brand and how this is an analogy. All right. What I'm trying to share with you is an analogy. And it's the values, like I said, it is the reputation, it's the impact, the real work that we are putting in when no one is watching. Now, this house, I mean, I don't know who has the keys or anything to the home. My mom didn't know either, so we were kind of like, okay, but they are keeping it standing. Okay. And this is the truth when they talk about personal branding and why it is important for us to build a brand that is built to last. The brand that's built on trends will fade away, and they will fade away in the background. Okay. Personal branding is being a unique individual using your own talents, skills, experience, your expertise, and how do you want the world to perceive you? If it's not matching up, I'm going to tell you now that your brand is not going to last. All right. You have to find your own brand identity, and that brand identity needs to be shared and expressed in storytelling, messaging. Um, how do you move your behaviors, your body language? All that goes into play, and it really, your brand is not what you're posting. Now, I post every day on LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn, y'all know I show up in that space, but it's what will people remember about you? That is what I'm speaking to. What are they going to remember about you? If you walk into a room and you leave, will anyone remember you afterwards? I can tell you again, my experience of being in the military for 30 years, I have been to a lot of events. I have put on a lot of events. I have been to a lot of meetings. I have been to a lot of engagements. And when I leave from there has been a small number of individuals I remember of what they had said while they were at the event. A very small number. All right. Because they weren't being intentional about how they showed up. They just kind of showed up. All right. What we were talking about here is how you show up and show out. What will people remember about you when you leave the room? Right. So when you leave, decisions are being made in rooms that you are not in. That's how we made decisions when I was in the military. That's how decisions are being made in the civilian world. People aren't really talking about you face to face. They are talking about how they can integrate you into being a partner, to collaborate with you. Can you be trusted? Is what you're saying in alignment with what you do each and every day? And is the stories that you're sharing right now, are they going to be standing for the next 10 years? All right, the next 10 years. So when I built Slay to Success, people will remember Slay to Success because I share about Slay all day, every day. I don't care if I've gone into that space before and people have already heard it. I will say it over and over again because I want people to remember, and the narrative is not going to change. All right. So, but we have to be practicing that. Will your work still speaking when you're no longer explaining it? Okay. My goal is I'm not doing the explaining. Like here on the shows, or when I'm in person, I am sharing. But when they're in rooms where I'm not in, the people that have met me, they will get it and they will share with everyone else. Oh my gosh, you know what? The Slay Queen, she was talking about how she, spent 30 years in the military and now she's helping to build brands for women professionals, women who are in the political space, who are running for office, women who are transitioning out of a long career and they just want to go into a new career. Like that is what I want people to share. All right. Thank you, Norma. Hey, how you doing, Queen? Thank you so much for being here with me live on the Rise and Slay morning show. And yes, my perspective on Slay has been in the making for quite some time, and making things of our own where we remember it and where other people remember it is the basis of personal branding. All right, so here's the challenge for all of us, all right, as we're moving forward in our personal brand journey, because if you're here in this space, you are seeking to elevate your personal brand, elevate your presence, elevate your impact. So we need to be auditing our brand on a regular basis. We got to strip it down sometimes, all right? Looking at everything that we are doing and asking ourselves, is it built to impress or is it built to impact? My goal every single day is to provide some way, somehow, a positive impact to this world, because this world right now is absolutely cray cray. Okay. There's a lot of going on. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of distractions. I am not going to be speaking about things that are not in alignment with personal branding. When you see me on social media, I'm not going to get into debates and disputes and arguments about who's doing this and who's doing that and who's not doing this and who's not doing that. All right. That is going to require me to exert more energy into things that at the end of the day, that are not important to me and my core values. All right. So you need to be asking yourself, am I putting things out there that are in alignment? All right. Because if you're not, then we've got to make sure that we get back to that. Now, have you created your own blueprint? That's the other thing. Have you created your own blueprint? Meaning, everyone's finger has different markings. There's no markings in a finger that is the same. Okay. Whenever you press down and you've got to do like passports, or, maybe they have like on your iPad where you have to press in your finger, everyone's markings on their fingers is different. So your blueprint, your fingerprint is going to be different from someone else's. All right. That's why I'm all about stop copycatting other people. Stop looking to the left, right, and look at yourself and ask yourself, what can I do to express myself in the way that feels most comfortable to me? Creating your own blueprint. All right. Let's then talk about the legacy piece. Are you building a personal brand that is going to leave a legacy? We are on this world, or in this world, for a very small period of time. Again, like I told you at the beginning, I am almost 53 years old. I don't have time to be wasting on all of these things that at the end of the day, generations to come will not remember me. All right. We remember people in our family who have done significant things for our family, and we share the stories about them over and over again. Don't you want the same for yourself? Don't you want your kids or your kids' kids or your kids' kids to say, hey, I remember, Aunt so and so, or cousin so and so, or, sister so and so, who was able to do so many different things, and they get the story right every single time? They get the story right. All right. That's what we are building. We're building a legacy. And that brand that you're building is the house. Okay. The house has windows. Okay. The house has a door. The house has, rooms. Think of your brand as a house. Okay. Is it going to be standing and alive and well within the next 10 years or so? All right. I hope to inspire, all right, and uncover and unleash the gifts and the talents that you have and be able to express it. So, how have I been able to express my personal brand? In this back, right, there are articles. These are evergreen products. All right. Evergreen products are products that will be out there to the end of time. These are articles. These are magazines. These are books. These are, things that people can look up. People can Google me and see everything that I got going on. And my desire, my goal is to make sure that they are in a positive and impactful way. Period, point blank. If it's not, it's not for me. All right. I found out I'm a creative. I like to create things. All right. I've created these 2 talk shows. All right. I create presentations and workshops, and I've even created programs. All right. And the 2 options or 2 ways that women are working with me is, 1, a 90-minute personal brand strategy session. We just, fleshing out ideas. Maybe you already have some ideas and they need to be refined. Maybe we need to add a few things, but you're already kind of just starting out and you're like, you know what? I want to pursue more about personal branding because I'm in the mode of attracting opportunities. I'm not chasing anything down. And I am so sure that this thing is working. I get DMs in my LinkedIn all the time to speak. I get messages in my email. Y'all, it is endless. And what I'm doing is looking at each one of them and asking myself, is this something that I can do that is going to elevate my impact and my presence? If it is not, I say no, and I say no, thank you, and I keep it moving. All right. I'm not all out here, there, and everywhere. I am only at the events and opportunities that I'm in front of my ideal client. So that's again something that we can talk about in your 90-minute personal brand strategy session. The next option that women are investing in is the Brand Boldly program. All right. I have several women right now who are at some certain stage of the Brand Boldly program, and there are 6 sessions. And these 6 sessions are 60 minutes apiece. And each session we are building, we're looking at identity, then we're looking at storytelling, then we're looking at messaging, then we're looking at your social media platforms, we're looking at your personal style. Because again, you want people to remember and you want to show up looking and living the part. And then we have a grand finale, if you will, and we package it all together and you have your plan and you walk it out. Okay, you walk it out based on what you have built for yourself. But so many times we are waiting for somebody to tell us it we have permission to do these type of things. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to be waiting till the cows come home. So if there is something that you've been dreaming of and you're like, I want to do something different, it's time for a change. This is one of the ways. It is a tool. It is not the all to be all, but it is a tool. It is an addition to what you are already doing. And I'm going to guarantee you, if you do it and you do it well, there are going to be things that are going to be changing for your life. This is a transformation. This is not a, okay, well, do it and we forget about it. No, 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 no. This is an evolving tool that you can use each and every day into your life. And yes, madam, intentional goal setting with a clear path. I am very clear about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And what you also get is that consistency that you're looking for, because you understand what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go, and no one is going to stop you from getting there. The only person that's going to stop you from getting there is YOU. Okay? So I am, again, Rochelle, a Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. And we talked this morning about your personal brand being a house. And I shared with you the story of my mom being raised in a 900 square foot home. And when we were in Indiana this past weekend, we went to her home. She didn't know it was still standing. And yes, it was. And we were reminiscing about all the things. And she was telling stories about how she grew up, even the patio area where my grandfather laid out the cement. She had a story about that. So when it comes to your personal brand, is your personal brand built to last? What are you doing right now to ensure that 10 years, 20 years from now, people are still talking about you and what you have done and what you continue to do to provide impact? In this season of my life, it is all about impact, nothing else. Okay, because I've been there where I didn't get an opportunity to do the things that I wanted to do. People were telling me I had to speak about this, that, and the third, and it served me well while I was in that season. I absolutely benefited from my 30 years of military service. But now that I'm in my next, I'm doing it my way. All right. And I know many other women and few good men want to be able to do that too. And so I invite you again, there's two options here that I'm providing and offering. And that is one, a personal brand strategy session, 90 minutes, or the Brand Boldly program, where it is 6 sessions for an hour. We go through and we break down what you got going on, and we create a blueprint for yourself on how you're going to incorporate this tool to accelerate your success for wherever you're trying to go. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with me this morning. We had Leslie in the building. We had Norma in the building. Norma said, Amen. Yes, that's right. We we are done, okay, with all the other things, and we are now in our zone of genius. And our zone of genius is where we get to apply what we have already. We are not looking to whoever has something, right, and you are taken from them. We are betting on our own self, and we're using it to our advantage, leveraging it, and then we're getting after where we want to go. So you can be and do and rechange, rebrand, reimagine, reset at any point in your life. And this is yet another way to do that. And I am so excited for where my clients go and how do they show up at the end. It is so awesome to see. So if you hadn't had a chance to follow any of these people that are in this video clip, please make sure that you follow them, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Because they are out there making ish happen. Okay? And they're not waiting on anybody else. And I am so excited just to be part of their personal brand journey. So as we close up the Rise and Slay morning show, y'all, please have a Slayamazing week. We will be back here on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a Slayamazing guest, and I'm excited about bringing her on the show, and she's going to be sharing her experiences. So look for the previews on that, and I will see you all very soon. So again, keep on slaying until you can't slay no more, and I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.